Oh god, we're doing time travel now? Generic intro, theduckgoesmoo. We're back with another death battle reaction. Today we have Ragna versus Sol Badguy, which is BlazBlue versus Guilty Gear. I have never heard of Guilty Gear. I've heard of BlazBlue, and we've had some other characters in death battle before come from BlazBlue. You want to check out my last reaction, which was... Oh god, what was my last reaction? It wasn't Kirby, it was, it was Gara versus Toph. I'll leave that video right there, also the link down below in the description. Also a playlist on my channel with all of my other death battle reactions. Now, the playlist I'm going through is missing some here and there. You all let me know. I know, like, a Boba Fett was supposed to be one. Boba Fett? I think it's Boba Fett. I've never seen Star Wars, though, and I plan on doing a reaction to Star Wars eventually, so we're trying to avoid spoilers. If anything's missing out of the playlist that I usually watch, it's either I'm trying to avoid spoilers, or for stuff I'm going to react to in the future, or... it's probably blocked in Sweden, so Victor couldn't put it in the playlist because he didn't know it existed. It wouldn't show up for him. But I hope you're having a great day, and shout out to the patrons down below. To get the videos a day early. Corey's keeping track of my win-loss ratio. Right now, I think I'm 19-9, so I'm doing really, really good. I'm over that 2-to-1 ratio. But I don't know either of these characters. I know BlazBlue cross-tag battle, and I know that we had that other character. It was like the cat thing that was from BlazBlue as well. So... Guilty Gear, I've never heard of. It should be interesting, though. Let's see if I can get my win streak to continue. Oh, man. Make sure to subscribe, by the way, so you don't miss future videos. I really, really appreciate it. You know, just really, like,
no
really means
anime
a lot to me.
tough guy trope is complete
I don't know
unless he
either of
has
these two.
outrageous spiky hair, a sword that's clearly compensating for something,
and belts.
Cloud.
Lots and lots of belts.
Ragna, the Blood Edge.
And
Ragna,
Sol Badguy,
okay.
the flame of corruption. He's
What a
whizzing
creative
on
last name.
boomstick.
And it's
Guessing
our
he's a good
job to
guy.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah, my current record is 19-9. So, apparently last one,
Nearly
the Gara
a
versus
century
Toph, was
ago,
really
humanity was
controversial.
hunted to near extinction by the fearsome Black Beast. Fortunately, 6
Okay.
brave heroes slayed the monster and saved mankind. The remains of humanity was reorganized under an oppressive government until one man decided
Sounds
to
alright.
rise up.
One
Ragna,
man?
the Blood Edge.
Oh, I like his eyes. Okay.
Baggy pants,
There's not an anime,
giant
is there?
sword, brooding personality. Ragna has tragic backstory written all
Of course.
over it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd
Daddy
actually go with
issues.
gruesome.
Murdered
As a
family.
young child, he and his siblings were confined in an experimental facility as lab rats.
Bummer.
Oh.
What were they trying to do?
No one knows.
that 90
the
billion?
important
That's
thing here
bounty.
is they were rescued by a talking cat named Jubei,
Video game
who
nerd?
also happened to be the most feared warrior on the planet.
Feared
However, things took a darker turn
type
when
beat? I don't
Ragna's
know mine.
sister Saya grew very sick.
With what?
Sickness? No
Oh.
one knows. Ragna took Saya
Stage 5
under his
sickness?
wing, but their younger brother Jin was irritated that Ragna was not spending more time with him. Being a reasonable guy, he decided the only solution was to murder his brother.
Oh yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I'm
wait.
lonely. I'll kill
You
one of
murder
the
Ragna?
only people I care about. Great plan. So then a maniacal hipster villain named Yuki Terumi showed up out of nowhere, helped Jin impale Ragna
He
through the
isn't.
chest, and then cut off his arm for good measure.
Why? How? No one knows.
Why?
Have you
Oh my
familiarized
God.
yourself with that phrase yet? Good, because it's not stopping anytime soon.
Oh,
Moving
no.
on for sanity's sake,
Doesn't make any
Ragna
sense.
would have been done for until an omniscient, time-traveling, pig-tailed vampire descended from the heavens, snapped their
Alucard?
fingers, magicked him a new arm, and left. No,
Magicked.
no, don't think, just accept.
Surprisingly still conscious, and apparently an expert of things that have never happened before, Ragna instantly recognized his new appendage as an Azure Grimoire, a piece of the
what?
Black Beast which Ragna can use to manipulate Seether. Seether is a radioactive energy left behind by the Black Beast all over the world.
Okay.
Like magic,
Well, no, magic is totally different.
I
but it lets
kind
him
of
do
understand that.
magic-type stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Well, after missing out on the maiming and resurrection of Ragna,
Okay.
Jubei the cat ninja returned and decided to teach
The
him the ways of
Cat
combat.
ninja?
Where the hell was he before? No one knows.
Probably destroying someone's furniture or pissing in their shoes.
Probably.
Through his training, Ragna's
Wait, do
control
cats
over Seether
change
became
shoes?
practically unmatched. He can form various parts of the Black Beast in combat, transform his own arm into razor-sharp claws, or
And a vampire
drain
just
the
gave
soul
stone.
of his foe through his strikes.
But if he needs more power, more defense, and
Okay.
more
That's pretty cool.
soul-sucking, he can crank these up to 11 with his blood cane form.
Upon completing his training, Jubei bestowed upon him a red cloak and a deadly blade called Blood Scythe.
This baby can
But I don't think
extend
it's a
for
scythe.
stabbing strikes, and like the Azure Grimoire, slowly drains the souls of its victims upon contact.
He's a health
And before
steal
you
guy.
point out that it's clearly a sword, not a scythe,
Yeah.
it can do this.
What can it do? Oh, it can turn into a scythe. Ruby Rose style. Nice. Pretty animation. So what game is he
Ragna's angsty
from?
rage took him on a world tour of single-handed
BlazBlue?
government smashing, earning him the nickname the Grim Reaper.
And racking up an unprecedented
Hey,
bounty of
it is
90
BlazBlue, 'cause we've seen
billion,
her.
whatever their currency is.
That's the cat
No
lady.
one knows. And despite being
90
the
billion,
largest
just-
bounty
that's it.
of all time, he still freely walks the world on foot and in public with no attempt to disguise himself.
What are you gonna do about it?
whatsoever.
Probably because nobody wants to piss him off. We're talking about a guy who treats getting knocked through solid concrete as an inconvenience, has survived multiple impalings through the chest, took out hundreds of armed officers without breaking a sweat, and
So what's his
obliterated an
weakness?
entire street with a single one-hand sword strike.
Ragna is referred to by some as the most powerful man in the world,
World's strongest?
but he's also
Saitama
known as a
would like a
risk taker
word.
with a short temper.
And despite being trained by the most dangerous kitty cat in the world, Ragna is obviously
that-
nowhere near Jubei's level of skill, who terrifies even the deadliest villains of the series.
But after all was said and done, Jubei left Ragna with a dire warning. Never think of the Azure Grimoire as your own.
Which is kind of bullshit. I
That-
mean, it's attached to him, so I'm pretty sure he's got dibs.
Well,
It reminds
does,
me of Salem
but
from,
if he loses
Ruby.
control over it, it can transform him into the Black Beast itself. In fact, Ragna was the original Black Beast, sent back in time after falling into a magic cauldron.
Oh, God,
The two
we're doing
were
time
somehow
travel now?
separated And did battle in the past. These events would repeat themselves in a 100-year time loop until this chick saved Ragna from falling into that cauldron, stopping the Black Beast from appearing in the past in the first place.
But if the Black Beast never went back in time,
time travel,
then
it
would
hurts my
never have
brain.
created Seether, and everything in BlazBlue shouldn't exist as we know it. So how?
No one knows!
Can we just make this guy fight someone now?
Yeah.
I'm the main character, and yet again, I get left in the dark. It's really
is
starting
this
to
game?
piss me off.
This dude. What?
Way
Okay,
back
now we
in
get
the year
this game.
2010,
Guilty
the
Gear?
discovery of magic
2010.
forever changed the course of human history. Traditional technology was eliminated for newer, environmentally friendly methods. And
What?
after improving the planet, a certain world superpower sought to improve mankind itself.
Oh, hey,
I don't
another
think this
super
goes
soldier
good.
project. Let me guess, they injected this guy with some serum and it didn't really work out the way they wanted, but now he's a
Yeah.
badass.
Replace serum with magic, and close enough.
Oh.
This man would emerge as the feared bounty hunter, Sol Badguy.
So
Okay.
he's clearly the bad guy.
Actually,
he's
he's
a
the
good
main
guy.
hero of the story.
Why would they...
Before Sol's
That-
transformation,
6
he
foot,
was known
okay.
as Frederick, a scientist
Frederick.
tasked with leading the Super Soldier Project.
Favorite
alongside
band,
his
Queen.
love
Why do we need
interest,
to know
Arya.
that?
But whether he intended to or not, Frederick would become the prototype of this new super race, the Gears.
But is he
Oh.
guilty?
Oh, hell yeah. He
It's
was
'cause it's
responsible
Guilty
for
Gears.
Arya's death, and then
Oh.
her next death when she was resurrected into this thing.
Oh,
Huh?
wasn't
Cut the hair.
expecting her to look like that, but not as much as I wasn't expecting the blue robo penis. Who
Wait,
even
what?
does that?
She was likely created as a giant FU to poor Soul by that man.
Obviously.
Which man?
That man.
I
Why
only
does it
see
literally
Sol
have a
Badguy.
No, it's that man.
It's just you and me here, Wiz.
Listen, the villain is that man.
Sol Badguy's the hero
What is with the
and
name
the
these
villain?
No, he's another character. Just pretend Soul Badguy's not there.
You mean he's invisible?
When this person was
maybe.
born into the world, his parents looked at this child and decided they would name him that man.
Who were they looking at, Wiz?
His name is THAT space MAN.
Well, F-U-C-K space Y-O-U. I'm out.
Boomstick quit.
So I looked at the internet and discovered that his actual name is that man. I
Why?
apologize for earlier. Let's move on.
Soul had to maintain a human appearance
sick,
to
right?
disguise his true gear form. So he developed a special limiter headpiece to keep his own power at bay.
If that thing comes
Okay.
off, say goodbye to whoever recently pissed him off.
As a gear, Soul's
Is it-
aging
is
was
it
slowed
death?
to a near halt, allowing him more than enough time to develop his own fighting style.
Well, whatever fighting style lets you punch fire, that's the one I want to learn.
Wait, you
Soul's
can punch
volcanic
fire?
Viper and Fafnir
Okay.
punches are flame enhanced
Six
strikes,
girlfriend we
while
called
his
out?
riot stomp flies in with a fearsome kick. And because this is anime, Soul can trigger his second form, the Dragon Install.
The Dragon install allows Sol to safely
snow
tap into
black
a
beast
fraction of his full gear
whatever it's
power,
called.
boosting his strength, speed, and healing ability. The drawback,
Oh,
he
he
can
can heal?
only sustain this power for so long, and afterward, he's left vulnerable.
As Sol wandered the Earth, that man began a plan for world domination using
That
an
man.
army of gears.
Which man?
In response, Sol put together a gear-obliterating superweapon called Outrage.
Which looks like the world's most complicated can opener. Or
It does.
next-gen Bop It.
Turns out, it was
Pop
so
it.
powerful,
Twist.
nobody could wield it, not even Sol. So he had to split it apart into 8 pieces just to make it usable. Naturally, he took
Why?
the best piece for himself, the flame-enhanced Fire Seal. I want a Fire Seal, that'd be fucking sweet. Try and eat me now, Orca Whale. Fire Seal!
Why about an orca? And also
Using
orcas
Fire
or
Seal
dolphins.
to its full potential, Sol defeated that man's forces twice over.
And then
That
he
man.
decided to upgrade the shit out of it with the Junkyard Dog Mark III casing.
But this is hardly the full extent of
Okay.
Sol's power. He once survived the backyard, an alternate dimension which would
What the
annihilate the
naming?
soul of a normal man. And by removing his headband, he can access his full unrestrained potential.
Like when he shot a laser out of his sword to incinerate an inhuman gear the size of Mount Everest.
And once he went back in time and witnessed his past self get murdered, which should have erased him from
More
the
time
present
travel?
Marty McFly. But he didn't like that idea very much, so he just didn't.
After Blaze Blue, nothing is too bizarre for me anymore.
Yeah.
Sol
I-
is powerful, but fears his full potential.
okay.
He's also pretty lazy. His favorite strategy is
lazy.
always whichever is the least strenuous. This lack of extra effort can sometimes leave him underestimating his opponent.
But the second he starts trying, few can stand in his way.
Oh, it takes off the headband. Oh man.
Alright, the combatants are set.
I don't feel
Let's
like
end
this one's
debate
that
once and
close.
for all.
It's time for a death
I'm gonna go with the
battle!
Raga, Chowder. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ragna on this one. That's the thing's gonna win. I mean, look, nobody wants to touch him. He doesn't really have much of a weakness. And bounty hunter is going after someone with a 90 billion peso bounty, maybe. Hi.
Who are you? Out of my way. You're dead.
Oh,
Gotta be
let's just
kidding me.
attack.
Let's get this over with.
Burn you to a crisp. Okay. Song, pretty nice. Also, Ragna's sword is bigger. Doesn't shoot lasers, I don't think. Comes to a sight. Okay.
Restriction.
Oh.
Restriction
Oh.
666 released. Dimensional corruption imaginary number formed. Blaze Blue!
I was not expecting. Need Blaze Blue activated. That looked like it hurt. Good lord. The fights have come a long way from what they used to be. Take out the headband. He hasn't taken off the headband yet. Oh, God. I need to do more. Ooh.
Tapping out.
Sol Badguys.
I'm not gonna waste any more time on you, asshole.
Oh, that's another stab. That's fine, though. Everybody's just getting stabbed. If it's getting stabbed to the torso, like, that's, you know, an easy fix. Scream's freaking out. Uh-oh. Yeah, good luck killing that. Yep, now it has multiple heads. Hell Hydra. Oh, and he's gonna go full force. One tiny dragon? Or a bunch of big dragons? Okay. Maybe this sword is pretty powerful. Oh!
Bullseye!
Ragna put up a tough fight, but Sol had him outclassed.
Okay,
Likely due
I'll
to
take
the
that
fact
loss.
That while Ragna had on 4 belts, Sol had 18.
Sol's centuries
Wait,
worth of fighting
why?
experience trumped Ragna's training, and he has consistently shaken off wounds more easily.
Even Sol's, Sol is tough enough to withstand Ragna's Azure Grimoire, just like when it survived the backyard.
Fair.
The Black Beast was impressive, but Sol's gear form is
Just impressive.
leagues above. Recall when Sol turned that gear the size of Mount Everest into dust.
Yeah, I was
By
thinking
comparing
about
the size
that.
of the gear to the clouds, we can determine its volume to be around 140 billion cubic meters.
That was the one
Destroying
thing I was
something
thinking
this
about.
size would require more than 85 gigatons of TNT. That's nearly 200
I didn't know
times
that.
more powerful than the 9.0 earthquake that hit Japan in 2011.
More than enough to take Ragna down, and that was only a fraction of Sol's real power. Ragna
But the
just
thing is,
burned
I didn't
out
know
in
they were
the
going to
end.
use that.
The winner
Because there's other
is
things in
Sol
the past.
Badguy.
Eh? I guess he's the good guy? I don't know. I think the
Next
next one's probably going to be
time on Death Battle.
Chuck Norris, right? What's the next one? Might have already seen it. Oh, it's Gar versus Toph. That was the last video I just reacted to. It's in the playlist. It's also linked down in the description. You can check that out. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll take that loss. I didn't know if they were going to use the whole him destroying a monster the size of Mount Everest thing or not. Because there's been stuff in the past with Death Battle where it's just like, oh, hey, there's this thing that they can do. And then they, like, never really talk about it. That wasn't the case this time. It's whatever. I'm 19 and 10 now. So that means I gotta get the next one right, which is going to be Chuck Norris up. That's an easy dub. It's Chuck Norris, okay? Chuck Norris. If you're older, then you know that Chuck Norris is one of the original memes. Like, do you remember, like, the original memes, like Bad Like Brian and Migusta and stuff like that? Chuck Norris was one of those because he's Chuck Norris. So Chuck Norris has to win that. So that's an easy dub. So spoilers for next episode. I hope to see you there, and I hope that you're subscribed. Let me know if you agree or disagree with these video or this fight or any other ones. I love reading your comments, so leave some down below. But until the next video, I hope to see you there. But until then, cue the music.
We were playing